Today, I'm going to be teaching y'all how to make cheesy scalloped potatoes. It has come to my attention that we still using boxed scalloped potatoes. Don't get me wrong. That's good and easy and all sometimes, but this is super easy, y'all. It don't take much to make this. I feel like once y'all see how easy it is, y'all probably won't touch that box again. So, before we get started, make sure y'all get my cookbook. It is on Amazon and it is linked below digitally. Without further ado, let's get to it.
Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really know you are.
So the first thing we're gonna do, y'all, is get our potatoes and we're going to clean our potatoes, okay? I tell y'all all the time, make sure y'all potatoes are clean because they come from the ground. Gotta clean them. So today I'm using yellow potatoes. I don't really know how many I'm gonna use right now. I might just use the whole bag, honestly, because I'm probably not gonna do nothing else with them. So I'm gonna just use the whole bag. Right now is where you're gonna decide where you want to take the skin off your potatoes or leave the skin on. I'm probably gonna take the skin off mine because my son is very particular about his potatoes. He don't like the skin on it, so I'm just gonna do it. So right now, that's what I'm gonna do, is just remove all the skin from the potatoes before I actually start to cut them. So y'all, this ain't gonna take me no time to do because it's real easy. Alright, with this, y'all, we just gonna cut thin, small slices. If you have like one of those mandolins, I think it's called, where you can just go like this and set the sizing, that'd be much better. I actually don't have one, so we're gonna cut these by hand. So we just gonna set it in some bowl of cold water. Let me get some water. Gonna make sure the water is cold, and we're just gonna put our slices in the water. Now that this is done, I'm gonna cut up my onion and my bacon. Bacon is not really necessary. You don't have to have bacon, but I mean, it gives it a nice little pop, little flavor at the top. So I'm gonna use bacon for my topping, right? Also, I'm gonna go ahead and shred up my cheese. I have sharp cheddar cheese, Gouda cheese, and mozzarella cheese. Okay? Okay. Also, while you at it, I do have some rosemary. You can actually chop up some small pieces of rosemary and put them in there, or you can just use the whole rosemary and put it in the sauce and take it out right before it's done. It's just totally up to you, y'all. It's plenty of ways you can do this. And if you want to, you can go ahead and cut up your parsley right now as well, since we chopping up stuff, or you can cut up chives. Your decision. So we have our potatoes here. We're going to parboil them for about 5 to 10 minutes before we actually bake them. So what that means is we're gonna put it in this pot with this cold water and some salt and bring it to a boil and let it boil for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then we're just gonna take it out. So we're really not going to start our timer until it starts boiling. Salt. Cover and bring to a boil. First thing I'm going to do is start my bacon. This is about good enough, y'all. This is about how I like mine. I'm going to go ahead and remove it now. I'm going to take some of this bacon grease out of here. I don't need that much grease. It's too much grease. Alright, if you weren't using bacon, you could go ahead and just add your onions. So that's what I'm going to do now. You just add a little bit of butter and then add your onions. I'm gonna just add some garlic, y'all. It was frozen, but now it's melted, so we're just gonna add the garlic. All right, so we're just gonna add a little butter. We're gonna add a little flour. cook that raw flour taste off. And y'all know that's basically until we don't see no more white. I'm also going to add a little bit of rosemary. My rosemary got a little dark because I let it sit a little long, but it's okay. I chopped me some rosemary up. Just going to give it all the aromatics right here. Now we're going to add our heavy cream. Add as much as y'all want. However creamy y'all like y'all's, add as much as you like. Now this is 32 ounces. So we're going to actually see. And I'm probably going to use all of this. I know I am. I wish I had enough time to roast my garlic, because that would have been so much better than just that minced garlic I use, but it's okay. Next time, I'll roast my garlic. I'll throw in a little piece of rosemary for that flavor. We're going to add our seasonings, y'all. This is salt, smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, white pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. Obviously, once this is cooked in, y'all want to make sure y'all taste it and season to y'all taste. That's what season to taste is. Season it to your liking, to your taste. So we basically want to cook this until it starts to thicken, but I am going to go ahead and add my cheese because it's going to start thickening up some more. That way we'll know exactly where we at with the thickness, right? So I have smoked Gouda right here. I have some mozzarella down there. That's mostly at the bottom. And I have some cheddar, chopped cheddar. And these were 8 ounces block cheese, y'all. Make sure y'all shred y'all cheese. It's so much better. We're not going to use all of this. We're going to save some because we got to use some for the top. Just like we're making mac and cheese, kind of. I'm just going to add a little bit at a time. I'm not going to let this completely melt before I add some more, but I am going to add a little bit at a time. I think we'll go ahead and use the rest of this for the top. Now you just want to cook this in on low until all the cheese is melted. You want to go ahead and just make sure it's all combined as much as possible without burning your cheese. So that's why you want to have it on low. Okay, I guess it's time to remove this now. I don't know if y'all could tell, the center of these are still hard and the outside is soft. That's a parboil. That's how we're going to do it. Alright, so now y'all, we're going to just add our potatoes. So if you do not boil your potatoes, you won't have as much hard time as I'm having to put these potatoes in here because they're a little soft and I'm trying not to break them. But I feel like a parboil is necessary, y'all, because, oh, I should have put some sauce at the bottom. It's okay. It's gonna be saucy. But you don't want no hard potatoes when it comes out. Or you don't want to be baking them for like 3 hours or so. So, you know, do the best you can. So since I still got more potatoes and I thought I wasn't gonna have enough, y'all, all I'm doing is pushing these potatoes upwards and out this. See that? Make a little bit more room. So now we're gonna go ahead and pour our cheese sauce in there. Y'all, if you don't have a cast iron skillet, you can use a regular 9x13 like pan that goes in the oven. You just kind of want to make sure it gets everywhere and in all the cracks and crevices. Okay, y'all, so now we're just going to add our cheese on top. That's why we bake this, because we want to make sure everything gets down in there. Well, y'all, I had just enough. Just enough. Now, I want to just go ahead and just add some smoked paprika. That's extra. That's me. Y'all don't got to do this part if y'all don't want to. Okay, y'all, so now we're just going to add the bacon. Can't forget the bacon. I'm gonna add a little parsley. Y'all know this is me. So now, y'all, we're gonna take a piece of foil and we're gonna spray it down with some spray butter. Two pieces of foil. Now we're gonna put this in the oven for 45 minutes. Covered, and then we're gonna take it off and let it cook for about 20 minutes uncovered. Alright, y'all, so this is how it came out. Super, super creamy and cheesy as per usual, y'all. Don't forget the grocery list is in the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else y'all want to cook, what y'all want to see, what y'all want to learn.
Hit that subscribe button!